This is the rear of the consort that I'm working on now. The side section here actually has rust holes in the edges here. All this has been lead filled all through to here. This panel along the bottom is all rusted out along the full length of the section, and the other side is around the corner is also rusted out. The reason for this is that the spare tyre door, which fits across here, that's it in there, has no seals, and it joins up with the boot section here, and there's meant to be a floor across there, wooden floor. Spare tyre goes under here, and this bottom section really has no seals, so water drops in and it drops down this channel and onto the floor. I'm not sure whether there were any holes there. It's hard to actually see at this stage because I need to pull some components out, but certainly I'll be putting proper drains in, so when water goes in I'll be able to drain it out. I'll also look at whether there's some way I can provide some form of sealing on the bottom here. If not, I'll provide it so it actually drains properly. What I have to do at this stage is pull the support for the boot floor out, and also this wooden section in here, which that mounts to, and also that's the mounting section for the boot hinge itself. While I'm at it, there is some work I have to do in on the floor sections here. In here, some welding has been applied to the inside of the boot. Not a repair section as such, it's just been weld poured in to fill the holes, but when you look from the other side of the panel, it's actually perforated, and because that's in the wheel arch, water will actually come into the car, so I need to make a repair section for that and repair it properly. So at this stage what I'll be doing is pulling this section out, pulling the timber out so I can access behind, and then make up a new section for the corner and a whole new section across the back of the car, and then look at how I might drain that properly. I'm working on the rear section of the car here. This is the base of the tyre well, and it's also where the body mounts through the floor onto the chassis. This section I'm going to actually have to cut this out and replace it. It's rusted all the way along the side here, and of course that section that goes over the spring carrier is just a patch of weld, so I need to remake that as well. I've also found that the section of the floor along here has also got rust through it, so I'm cutting a section out here and re-welding that in. The rear panel on the end there, this is the section I've just cut out. It's rusted out. And not only is that rusted out, but the piece in the wheel arch is also needs replacing on the bottom end. The rear section here, which I've just taken off, as you can see, it's rusted from the inside out. I mean, you can never tell on the outside. I mean, they look reasonably serviceable, but I was able to poke a screwdriver through the bottom, so I've cut the whole section off. And not only is that rusted out, but it's also rusted. This section here will have to be replaced as well. Why has it done this? Probably age and also poor design. Water is allowed to go into the boot section here, and it runs along here and down a couple of drain holes. There are holes on both sides. Those drain holes of course come down into this section, which is all sealed up. Well, there didn't appear to be any holes to let the water out, so there's just a water trap. Water runs in here and rusts out. It's not uncommon in the cars that I've got. They're all gone basically in the same place for probably the same reasons. I've already made up a panel to go in here. It's taken a bit of a time to shape it, and I won't weld it in just yet because I've got to replace the metal underneath, so I've got something to tie it into. So that's the job at this stage. So I'll keep working on cutting some of the rust sections out. I'll probably do the floor section next, just to get some strength into the boot area before I do any more work. I've been cutting out sections here in the inner guard to replace areas that have been rusted out. I've cut that ready for welding a patch in. I've already welded a patch in here. I've got to put a captive nut in there for the rear guard to bolt onto. Around the back end here I have been cleaning the metal up, ready to put a new section of metal into here. This stage I won't put it in until I'm sure that other pieces of metal have been replaced. On the inside you can see where I've got to weld that section from the inner guard. I've cut the section out from the floor, cleaned up the metal into the boot. I won't weld this new floor section in until I've welded this side in here. And I've also found out when I've been looking at the boot itself that it's actually been pushed up at least 10 to 12 mil. At some stage someone, I think, has tried to jack the body off the car, off the chassis, and put a jack in the centre here and actually pushed it out of shape. So the floor is actually bowed up, as well as this section along here. This is actually bowed as well. So I've got to try and straighten that down. If I don't straighten that, I'm going to have trouble getting the spare wheel in here, and also it's going to affect the alignment of the back of the car here, where I've actually got to be able to get the spare tyre door to fit with the proper shape around here. Now at the moment that's just bent up here in the section. It's in effect is bowed up in the centre. I've got to try and straighten that down, and that's what I'll be working on now.